everybody, and welcome to a surprise episode of the Hemp Show. I'm here with Maddie over at the Southern Park Mall. How you doing today?
Hey guys.
Oh, it's been a minute since we've gone live, and this will probably be the first time you've been live with us because we've kind of been a little bit hiatus with our lives.
Yep, this will be my first time.
So let me go. Oh, we got a chat notification. Oh, it's just saying we went live. So I know it's like topic is conversations with your hemp professionals. So today would be a good time if you have any questions. We're going to go over some of our favorite products and the fact that we've been kind of doing a lot, even with not just Try Healthy, but reggae nights. So, which is something that's near our Florida locations. So I know you were talking about those strawberry banana gummies.
Yes, I was. I tried our Delta 8 strawberry banana 100 milligram gummies for the first time this past weekend. I cut them in fourths, took 25 milligrams, rocked my whole world. And now they're my favorite kind. They're not a bad flavor either. I'm weird about taste with my edibles, so I was really happy to see strawberry banana because those are my favorite.
I get that. I'm definitely weird about flavor too, just because I'm like, well, if it has a weird flavor, why do I want to eat it or something like that?
Correct, yeah. Like I know black ices are a really big seller and I've eaten them and I have a jar of them, but the flavor is not my favorite. So I'm glad I found the strawberry banana ones.
Yeah, let me see. 100 milligrams. Wait, what? Yes, 100. Each gummy is 100 milligrams. Which I'm gonna grab one of those jars really quick, just so you can see. It's like our Black Label brand.
Super good.
So these guys right here.
100 milligram of Delta 8 per gummy. Like I said, I cut mine up in fourths and take even the 25 milligram rocked my world, and I smoke every single day of my life.
I tried those. At first I tried cutting it in half and I'm like, oh God, that's too much. I tried cutting it in fourths and it was a little bit too much for me, but everyone's different. Like I just think maybe I don't agree with Delta 8 because I do better with like the Delta 9 product than I do Delta 8. But
that makes sense. Yeah, I bought a whole jar and was like, I need these.
Hey, as long as it works for you. You said you also liked our rainbow candy ones, which is what we've been sharing today.
Yeah, Delta 9, I'll grab those too. The Delta 9 rainbow candy, they're 10 milligrams. These are my other favorites. Super good flavor. Like I said, I'm all about the flavor. These are one of my favorites too. The rainbow candy and the strawberry banana.
Rainbow candy, like what, a green one?
Yeah, they're like bluish, clear kinda. But they're so good. I want to keep eating them like candy, and they're not candy, so can't do that.
So basically, proceed with caution, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're so good.
I mean, I feel like that's with anything. Like, proceed with caution, just because. So
yeah.
Let's see. I know. So you know how they say you learn by trial by error.
Yep.
So when you said eat it like candy, it made me think of the time that. So I made edibles myself, and.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So what had happened was I ate one of the brownies, and because it's like my first or second experience, that it took forever for things to kick in, and
oh no,
I ate one, didn't feel anything, or at least I didn't think I felt anything, and then I was like, well, I'm not feeling anything, and I ate a second one, and I didn't feel anything from the second one because I didn't wait long enough. I ate a third one.
No, and then it all hit you at once, I bet.
It hit me when I had to drive, and it was dark outside, and I didn't know what to do, so I had my friend, I called, and I'm like, look, you need to stay on the phone with me. She goes, why? And I'm like, because. I'm like, everything kicked in at once. I'm like, I
Right.
need someone to talk to me because I made a wrong turn and I don't know where I'm going.
That is so accurate. I've totally been there when you take an edible and you're like, oh no, it's like it's time to leave. And I'm like, I can't leave right now. I'll take a 25-minute nap, wake up, and then go back home.
And a lot of people think like, oh, well, if it's not kicking in after 20 minutes, they think, oh, I need to eat more. No, like
No.
contrary to belief, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour for an edible to actually
Yep.
kick in. So that's the mistake a lot of people make. And then they think, oh no, well, this is what it's going to be like every time. No, you
Every
just
time.
took way too much.
Microdose. Yeah. I always start small and you can always work your way up from there. Take a little bit, wait 45 minutes,
Mhm.
and then go from there.
Because you can always add more. Once it's in your system, you got to let it ride. You got to let it
Yeah, you
ride.
can't take it out. Yeah, you just gotta ride that. And sometimes it's rough.
Yeah. But what's also great too is, so I know we've been talking about like THC. We also like dabble in like THC and isos as well, because we want to make sure that if someone comes in to talk to us, we don't want to just be pushing, THC, especially when
Right.
there's people who still can't have that because of drug testing, even though in a lot of places, like here in Ohio, it's rec, but people are still drug testing for that kind of stuff, which
Right.
kind of crappy, to be honest.
Oh, I agree.
So, well, what did you? I know yesterday was Mother's Day, so did you do anything yesterday?
I did. We went to my grandma's house, had a little cookout with my mom and my aunts and my uncles, and got my
Nice.
uncle one. He said, "Give me one of those jars of the strawberry banana." He did say that, so I got to get him one of those. Told he wants to try them, so that was it. How about you?
So we went to IHOP because every year we go on Happy Belated Mother's Day. Thank you. um, I went and picked up my oldest kiddo. We went to IHOP. It was like, that's my favorite place to go for breakfast. I don't know what it is about IHOP pancakes and coffee, but it's really good.
The combo
And
together is immaculate.
it really is. And oh my God, it was busy. It was like a 30-minute wait. And then it took us like 2 hours to finish eating. And I had to take my oldest back to his dad's, which was fine because, what we agreed upon. And he wanted to go back over. And I'm not ever going to say no to that. And we went to the mall, walked around, did some shopping, and I rearranged my room because I got a new bookshelf because I was running out of bookshelf space. I have way too many books.
Yeah. I like to read poetry, so I have a ton of poetry books.
I also like to read, like, this isn't a book, it's a journal I used to write in for work notes and stuff, but I like reading books that are like actual books and not like on your phone. Like, I'll read web
Oh,
comics and stuff on my phone, but I prefer to
yeah.
have an actual book.
Yeah, I'm the same way because then I'll get distracted and I'll want to go look at something else. Like I like having the actual copy in front of my face.
Like, oh, there's a notification. Let me see it. Where was I?
Yeah,
Okay.
let me see. Right. I need to escape from my phone, so I'm going to stick with the paper or hardback version. That way I don't.
Also, if you're thinking, well, what about if I need to read at night? They make book lights.
Right. Turn on a
And,
lamp.
and they just right onto your book. So, but so did you see? So I don't know if you saw Stacy's post. Her daughter surprised her for Mother's Day.
Oh, that's so nice. I didn't see that. So they flew
Oh,
down to Florida.
it was a trip to Hawaii.
Oh, that's what they told everybody.
I was like, I saw that. I'm like, oh my God, that is so sweet. Like,
That is so sweet.
it made my heart happy for her.
Yeah, that's always a nice surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I lived in Pittsburgh, I would always surprise my mom and come home for visits. And of course, it's not as far away as Florida, but she would be really happy. So
Yeah.
that's nice.
I know one year, it wasn't for Mother's Day, but I drove to Arizona. So from Ohio to Arizona is about a 30-hour drive. And I did this when my son was 8 months old, and I did it by myself,
Oh
which
my gosh.
I will never do again.
I was going to say that sounded terrible.
It was terrifying, but so I didn't tell my mom. And I literally parked in the driveway where she was living, and I was like, "Hey mom, there's supposed to be a full moon. You want to go look outside?" And she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Just go look outside. There's supposed to be a full moon. It's really pretty." She opens the door and I'm out there with my oldest. I'm like, "Hi," and she's like, "Oh my God!" And I'm like,
Aww.
so like she had no idea that I like was even planning to come out there, and she was the first stop I made, even though it was like really really late at night.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was so nice.
So I think that was like her first. her second time meeting my oldest, and then over the summer this year we made that drive again. She knew we were coming out this time, and she met the twins. So
Oh,
that was her
that's
first time
amazing.
meeting them,
Yeah.
and they're 4 now. So like she met them when they turned 3, and I felt bad because moms want to be around their grandkids, but
Right. Yeah.
30
But that's
hours.
so nice. It's better late than ever, you know?
Yeah. So
So
when you're coming
that's
back out, and I'm like, Mom, that was a long drive.
you're
Like
like, I
a
just made
long drive.
30-hour drive for this. Yeah.
Well, with kids, it was about 40 hours.
Ooh. Yeah, you're right. Because you can't just drive all the way through.
No, I did the first time just because, like I hate, like I know I don't look old, but I was a lot younger when I did the first drive. My son was 8 months old. So I was about 21, 22 around then. I was able to drive straight through. He was only like little, so I could just stop and change his diaper in the car.
Yeah.
Now I had 3 kids. I'm 30 and my kids are mobile. So we had to stop to let them stretch their legs, to do diaper changes, potty breaks. I'm just like, this.
That would be crazy. I drove to Florida this year a couple months ago, and
Mhm.
that was rough. I won't even lie. And that wasn't even a full 30 hours. I think it took us like 17 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do this. I can't. I'm so glad I'm flying back because I could not drive home. But
Actually going to be flying out to Florida for the reggae nights in October. And
oh yeah, that's exciting.
that'll be my first time visiting Florida. So it's October, so I'm hoping we'll be at the tail end of hurricane season, but we'll find out.
Wow. Yeah, I know I'm going to. I don't know how close Miami is to any of that, but I know that's where I'm going in November for my
My
vacation. Yeah, so I don't know how far Venice would be, or Northport, or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm bad with like geography. Like I know some people who can say like this, and this, and I'm like I gotta look that up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up too because I would love to see the stores down there in Florida since we're up here and just see
Yeah,
what they're all about, and see what they have compared to us and whatnot.
I'm gonna do a little bit of googling for you. So you said Miami.
Yeah, Miami.
It's about a 3.5 hour drive.
Oh, well, that's closer than what I thought last time because last time I was in, where was I at? Navarre, which is like by the little, I don't know what it's called, the little panhandle.
I get
So
what
there
you
was
mean.
like a time, yeah, there was a time difference and everything. And it was
Oh,
like, yeah, it's an hour difference from up here in Ohio there.
gotcha,
So
gotcha.
that's
But yeah, I'm
cool.
excited because of the reggae nights thing. I think I'm going to be helping with the beer tent, and I was told that's going to be close to the music, so it'll be a fun time.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh,
I'm
that sounds
only doing
great.
like a weekend trip, so it's going to be a short trip. But I didn't want to like leave the responsibility of like store stuff just like to the 2 people we have over here, or put anybody in like where they feel like they're working too much. Because I know
Yeah,
sometimes you can feel a little overwhelmed.
yeah, for sure. That's so much fun. That's going to be a blast.
It's definitely, man, I'm
Have you
nervous
been
about
to
travel.
this? Have you been to the Florida stores before?
No, so this will be my first time going to Florida, ever.
Oh, ever.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so fun.
So, and I've never really seen live concerts, so this will be like my first time seeing a concert live.
I love concerts. You're going to love it.
I want to. I'm hoping it'll be fun, just because like it'll be like an event. But I always like everyone always looks at me funny. I'm 30. I've never seen an actual concert. I'm like they're expensive. They're
They
expensive.
are expensive, but they're so much fun. I've been to some festivals. I went to Vegas last year. I went to the When We Were Young festival, which was super fun.
Mhm.
I love concerts. I love the vibe. I love the people. It's just like a different world.
You know what's funny? Me being from Arizona and not far from Nevada, where Vegas is, I've never been to Vegas. And I
Really?
lived in Arizona for the first like 18, 19 years of my life.
Wow. I mean, the first time I went to Vegas was this past October, so I mean, I wasn't too far behind.
I mean,
I
but the fact that I lived like 3 or 4 hours away and still never went.
It was cool seeing like the sphere and all that in person because I've seen it on
Online.
social media, yeah, and I was like, I want to see this in person, and it was crazy.
That thing looks pretty cool. Like every time they change it, like I'll see posts about it, and I'm like, that's got to be cool to actually see up close.
Inside, yeah, inside or like watch a movie inside. That'd be crazy. But yeah, they like made the sphere SpongeBob, and I was like, yes, that is awesome.
Yeah. Did you travel with any goodies, or did you just buy from when you were there?
So I oh, it's legal in Vegas.
Yeah.
So right across the street, we went to the cookies dispensary.
Okay. So
Yeah,
what's funny is I went to Michigan this past like couple weeks ago, and oh my god, like the fact that you can just walk in without a medical card is crazy.
yeah,
So
yeah. And what's cool is like with those places, sometimes if you do have your medical card, so at the time mine's expired. I need to get it renewed, but I
mhm,
took it in. You get additional off if you do have a medical card,
nice.
even if it's in a different state.
Yeah, some places too, like first time customers will give you like free stuff. Like I went to this place. I'm not gonna really drop their name because I don't know if, but they did a free eighth because I was a first time customer.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna say no to that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've never been into a recreational like that dispensary ever, so it was weird that you just like walk in and it's like
yeah.
people are walking around and like I know like the medical dispensaries here at least well when I have my medical card for PA that's very like
Mhm.
scary going in there. Like you have your online order, you go to the front, you get it and you leave. But like at these recreational ones you can walk around and talk to people and
Mhm.
it's a cool vibe.
Oh yeah, when I
So
went there, I told her everything that I liked. Doctor Feelgood. Fun fact: the Sphere in Vegas cost 2.3 billion to construct. Oh Jesus Christ, that's a lot of money.
that is a lot of money. Well, it looks sweet. I couldn't imagine what it looks like on the inside. I just want to watch a movie on the inside.
That would be cool. Also, before we get too much off track, so anybody that does like flour, so we are having a 30% off some product sales. In case anybody likes CBD flour, Delta 8, we do have some of our THCA flour on that 30% off as well. It's just not going to be like the premium flour, which I mean, even the premium flour is not bad for what you get. So, see, hello, Akram.
Hey, I'm new to this, so I'm looking at all of the chats on the side here.
Gotcha. Yeah, it'll have their name and then what they say. So, which I can tell you, Dr. Feelgood 81, that's Nick. So, hi, Nick. Usually my co-streamer when I do streams because I can't sit through. You both look amazing. Oh, thank
Oh, thank
you.
you.
Oh, but yeah. So, any fun plans over the summer?
Ooh, that's good. Um, a couple things actually. Like I said, well, actually, it's not even in the summer, so I guess not. No, I mean, I'm moving to Pittsburgh, so I'll be doing that kind of thing and going to a bunch of. I have some baseball games planned, and
That's because you
um,
joined a team, right?
I did. I joined a softball league up here in Ohio, but I'm still going to come home on the weekends and play softball here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then just baseball games like the Pirates, big fan. So going to those and take the boat out on the river. That's
Oh, nice.
probably it this summer.
That sounds like fun. Man, I haven't been on a freaking boat in the river in a long time. So we used to go to Lake Havasu every summer when I was on speaking terms with a lot of my family. We won't go into the details on that, but we used to go to Lake Havasu and we would go on the boat. We would have jet skis. It would be like the tubes and everything. I miss it, but me not being from Ohio or anywhere out here, it's hard to find places or people to even want to go do stuff like that.
Right.
And then like you have to take into account like when people find out I have kids, it's like, well, it's like never mind kind of thing. Not me, but them, like never mind. And I'm like, it's called life jackets, or I can get a sitter.
Right, right, yeah. They don't have to come.
Like so, you know, so mama needs a break sometimes too.
Yeah. Well, how about you? Do you have any plans for this summer?
Kind of just taking it by step because you know.
Yeah, sometimes thing comes up and we were like, "Oh, let's go to this concert or let's
Mhm.
do this." So, just little trips here and there, I guess.
Definitely, definitely.
Those are important. Got to get take advantage of that summer. Summer is my favorite.
Mine too. And cause everyone here, like, they love winter. And I'm like, I hate winter. I
Me
hate
too.
being cold. I hate not being able to go out and do anything. And yeah, I get the summer is hot and humid, but then you could go to the pool, you could go to the lake, you could go do some fun indoor activities that they have
Yep.
around here. When it's snowing, I refuse to drive unless I have to go to work, because the first time I ever drove in snow, that was my first car accident, and it kind of like traumatized me
I was gonna
because
say that is pretty traumatizing.
yeah, because like I didn't know what to do. I didn't like I was shaking. I was like in tears because I didn't know what to do. It was awful.
Yeah, it's not. I'm a big summer person too, and I'd rather complain about the heat and go in the pool than worry about this winter weather. You know what I mean?
Especially because at least in the summertime, you don't have to worry about patches of black ice. You don't have to worry about, oh, it's nice now, but later it's going to blizzard.
Right.
So
Yeah. And I grew up, I had a pool growing up, and my parents still have their pool, so
nice.
always going in there.
Yeah. And then me being from Arizona, like swimming or water parks, that's what we did.
Yep.
So, and everyone thinks it's crazy. We'd always hike too. And everyone's like, in the summertime? I'm like, yeah, we'd hike to like places where you get into these like nice little river spots or like,
Yeah, and you can go swimming or hang out or have a picnic. Yeah,
oh, yeah.
that's yeah.
Like there's been times where it was like about a 20-minute hike to get to this little watering hole, which was nice. And we climbed up the ledges, jumped in, and then by the time it was getting a little like dusky, we would hike back. And this was actually school things we would do. Like it was called Adventure Club. So I
Oh,
learned
that's cool.
a lot of fun places when I go back home to visit that we can go.
Yeah.
But anyway, by the way, if you ever go to Arizona, visit the Grand Canyon. It is breathtaking.
I've only seen pictures. I've never been ever.
The heat is evil. I don't care. The heat is great for my non acclimated to Ohio weather self.
Yeah. Is it like the sticky heat in Arizona or is it like the dry heat?
It's a dry heat, so you can actually go sit in the shade and feel cool, versus out here, if you go sit in the shade, you're only going to feel cool if there's a breeze.
Gotcha. I went to Texas 2 years ago and that was a whole different kind of heat. I was like not prepared.
I
Um,
lived in Texas for a couple years, so I completely get it.
yeah, I like went outside after I showered. My hair was instantly dry because it's so hot.
Yeah. Arizona can get into like the one, like at one point, like 116, and everyone's like, that's hot. And I'm like, dry heat. Dry
Right.
heat.
Dry heat
Very
is so
different.
different than, yeah, I agree. I feel like I
Although
would be able to deal with it if it was dry heat.
at one point they had to reroute planes to go to Vegas because the tarmac was too hot and it was melting the wheels on the planes.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah,
That's what, that's insane.
but
Wow.
I mean, like, it's just crazy because like the Grand Canyon definitely would be like a spring trip. We hiked all the way down and then all the way back up in one day. My
Oh my
legs were
gosh.
killing me.
I was gonna say, how long is that? Do you know how long?
Oh, it took a couple hours.
Wow.
Because and then some people went further in, and then by the time and then we got back up because I was like, no, I'm ready to go back up. Let's see, Akram. My plan is to lose the weight that I gained in the winter time. I mean,
That's, I
there's
feel that.
not much you can really do in the winter time without being cold, at least for me. But you know what? No shame in the winter weight. No shame at all.
Seriously, but in the summertime, it's so much easier to be outside all the time.
This is true. And then, like me, if you have kids running around after kids, so like that's my exercise is chasing after three rambunctious children. Don't get me wrong, I love them, but oh my god, I wish I had a fraction of their energy. Not in Vegas. What? Not in Vegas? The heat?
It's dry heat in Vegas, right? At least what
Uh,
I remember.
what you talking about, Alex? Yes, Alex that works for us.
That's him, not in Vegas. All right, all right.
120-degree weather in Vegas summer. Oh Jesus Christ, that's worse than Arizona.
Yeah, but it's
Oh,
dry heat. It's
Lord.
different.
But I mean, that's getting in the 120s. We get into the teens. We don't get in the 20s.
I also went in October and it was only like 90 some degrees.
Yeah.
So I can't say what it would be like in the dead of summer there, what it would feel like. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's crazy.
Also, like you get earthquakes around that area because you're so close to California.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Earthquakes are definitely a little scary, just if you don't know like what it is or if it happens when you're not expecting it. Because sometimes they'll be like, "Hey, there's a possible earthquake happening." I used to I used to live in California almost every summer just because I had family out there, and it was
Oh,
so
cool.
fun. And uh, but you're so close that you can have that. It's a dry heat, but it's just sun beating down on you, and they don't have much tree coverage. And then Dr. Phil, 110 sticky heat in San Juan in February. Ugh.
Ooh, we don't like sticky heat.
No, I don't want to walk outside and feel like I just got drenched in water because I'm sweaty.
Right.
Although San Juan did look pretty from the pictures I saw. I've never really traveled. I've traveled in the States and everything. Like I know I've been to California. I've been to one of the Dakotas. I can't remember which one it was. Rhode Island, Virginia, Pennsylvania. Like, and then I've driven through a lot of states because I moved from Texas to Ohio. So that was a
Okay.
drive. And then driving from Arizona to or Ohio to Arizona, you drive through different states. Let's
Oh my
see.
gosh. I've been in 3 earthquakes in Vegas. One of them I fell off my couch. Sorry, I laughed. Hope you're okay. But I could just picture that in my head. That's
I
funny.
think that's why we're like kind of giggling is because the mental image, not that you fell off that couch, but the mental image.
Right.
And then it was beautiful there. Oh, I bet. Like I said, I haven't really traveled, so I
Yeah, I've
excuse
only
me,
been
I'm
in the
about to
States
say
too.
this. I'm broke, bitch.
Same.
Like any little money I'll set aside and put towards my kids because I don't like spending money on myself if I'm like, well, what if they need this or what if there's an extra bill coming or something like that.
I'm trying. I started a couple years ago to. I laugh continuously about it. No worries. I want to visit every state, so I've been doing that. And like I said, I went to Texas 2 years ago. I went to Nevada this past year. I don't know where I'm going to go this year, but I
I
need to
want
plan
to go to
something.
Tennessee. I want to go to specifically to Gatlinburg, Tennessee,
Okay.
because see all of the cool things you can do and stuff. I think this year's trip for me is Florida, just because I love a firm because you can pay over time and not have
Oh
to
yeah.
like $2,000 on a trip. So like my firm's a little bit maxed out right now, but I'm trying to I think once a year like you do something fun, especially because you can split it up into payments
That's
versus
so nice now that they have that. I do the same thing.
we're not going to talk about what my firm is at right now.
Well, it's nice too because sometimes they do it over.
Give me 1 second. You'll be the one talking. I got a customer.
All right, cool. All right, guys, let's see what we got going on. Haven't been to too many states outside of Ohio. Let's see. I've been to Ohio, PA, Virginia, West Virginia, all the way down the East Coast, South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida. Stopped in Georgia once when we were driving to Florida when I played softball down there. Um, I haven't been west. I really want to go to California. I'll have to ask Dylan some questions about that. Have any of you guys been to California? Um, let's see. Sorry, guys. I might move from Ohio. Don't know yet and don't know where. Are you looking for a city, a little country town? Born and raised Cali, baby. We're out in California. I just want to see the beaches really bad. I don't know if they're hyped up more than what they should be, but I want to go there so bad. I think also just like the vibe that California brings. I think that's what I need in my life. Are you back, Dylan?
Yes, I am back. Ohio, Pennsylvania, Florida, Cali, is that South Carolina and Tennessee?
Yep. Ventura, California.
Yes, California. Yes. It's everyone's favorite potato. So that's a running joke because I met this awesome person here when I did my streams. I still stream like games, but through Final Fantasy, actually. So,
Okay.
mhm. So whenever I say it's everyone's favorite potato, it's a running joke. Also, let's see. California needs still. I used to, like I said, I used to live in California almost every summer when I was like a kid. So
We're
definitely.
out in California. Were you by beaches at all?
So Los Angeles, then we would go to like um, Santa Monica Pier a lot. So by the
Okay.
beaches, and we'd go to Disney, we'd go to Knott's Berry Farm, Six Flags. I think I've been to every theme park out there except for Legoland.
Oh my gosh. I went to Legoland in Florida years ago. It was
Mm-hmm.
pretty cool. But I would love to go out there and see all of that.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Although, like, when people say California is like a different breed, it really kind of is, and not in a bad way. It's just it's different going out there. The vibe is completely different, and it's definitely different.
That's what I was saying before you came back is I feel like I would like the vibes of California. At least from what I've seen. I know like movies and stuff aren't real, but
I got
but I
you.
just feel like it's real vibey and beachy and like that's what I need in my life.
Maybe that should be your next trip, or have you
I
said you,
know. What'd you say?
or did you say you've been to California already?
I haven't been to California. I want to go to California.
Definitely a trip. So I know this is totally off topic because I am definitely in some need for some ink therapy though, because
Oh, I haven't had a tattoo in a long time.
I might move back west. You're gonna leave us, Alex?
Listen, I have nothing good to say about Ohio.
I'm not from Ohio. That's why I'm just like, I could, but I'm gonna stay because of my kids. You know, I don't want to uproot them and
That's
like,
fair. That's fair.
you know, with more
We're
tattoos. Yes,
out
more
out
tattoos.
west. More tattoos. Yes.
Well, because okay, so I have literally, if you look, like, so there's one here and then like one here, and then I have three on this arm and three. So I have it very like matchy in a way. So one of
Okay.
my
Yeah, mine
tabs
don't.
doesn't have
Makes sense.
one, and it's bugging me. And I have the idea for the tattoo. I just need to get it finished drawn up, but I already know it's going to be a $300 or $400 tattoo.
Yep.
So that's why
Sounds
I'm
about
like,
right.
expensive. I still need to get my first tattoo. My guns are expensive. Yeah, I know they are. Get called
Well,
out.
just instead of using that your money for your next gun, get it for your next tattoo. There you go.
He's not going to. Right now, he's not going to. Yes, you have been called out. Well, I don't know. It's like anything else you want to talk about, or
No, we touched base on the two of my favorite products, and I wanted to do that. And I don't know.
yeah, definitely. We're gonna try to, if anything. Oh, wait, it's not Ohio. It's more just a long, boring story for another time, really. Yes, I
Okay.
definitely. I feel that, and because me and Alex have talked a little bit, and that is his story to tell, and it's not boring, but it's definitely not a story that you'd want to have where you have people watching,
Okay.
because like we don't need to air out business, basically.
Oh, I got it. I'll be right back.
Well, if you have a customer, we're already at our 35-minute marks. We might as well go ahead and end the stream here, and we'll try to do more streams as well. So,
Sounds good.
see you guys.
Bye.